Hey guys, and welcome to the Working Money Channel. So Mr. Intuitive Trumer's Only here posted this. Apparently Bank of America, Ripple partner Bank of America, has in fact temporarily suspended transfers. Transfers are temporarily suspended or unavailable. We're working to restore service as quickly as possible. Please try again later. Now, this was from yesterday. I don't know if they are still in fact suspended. Wondering if this could have to do with some kind of technical integration or if it is just a technical difficulty. If anybody uses Bank of America and has some insight on this, please do put it down in the comments section. Just thought I'd bring that to you to set up the backdrop, right? We know crypto utility eventually will be integrated. And although on the one hand, right, over here we've got the crypto utility and that's going to be, blockchain, DLT, we're going to see cryptocurrencies like XRP really, do their thing and solve the problems that they were set out to solve. We've got that on the one hand, but then, we've got Congress and we've got government and now we've got even more excuses, at least according to them, to regulate cryptocurrency even harder than I think we were thinking they were going to regulate it to begin with. And if you guys didn't catch my video this morning, the FTX contagion has now spread to Binance, and CZ was making the rounds, doing some interviews. However, the interviews weren't going so well. If you guys didn't catch this morning's video, I will link it up here in the top right-hand corner. An interesting update to, the broader picture, the entire landscape within cryptocurrency. Well, this also came out from Michael Branch. Microsoft has quietly updated the license terms for its online services. So get this, they've updated their terms so that customers can no longer mine cryptocurrency without Microsoft's prior written approval. So yeah, now you've got to ask permission to Microsoft if you want to mine cryptocurrency. What is the world coming to? Another control mechanism set in place by the powers that be. Neither customer nor those that access an online service through customer may use an online service to mine cryptocurrency without Microsoft's prior written approval. And so that is the updated terms of use here from Microsoft. Apparently, Microsoft told the Register that it had made the change because cryptocurrency mining can cause disruption or even impairment to online services, and its users can often be linked to cyber fraud and abuse attacks such as unauthorized access to and use of customer resources. We made the change to further protect our customers and mitigate the risk of disrupting or impairing services in the Microsoft cloud. So, they're going to come up with, every excuse under the sun. Ultimately, though, if you cannot use Microsoft to mine cryptocurrency, well, that doesn't leave many people with many other options. And what does that do as well? Prevents the quote-unquote bad actors from mining cryptocurrency, but also in lockstep with the climate plan, zero emissions, right? Cutting down on energy expenditures. Are we really surprised? Really? So we know proof-of-work coins, not going to be the future, and the environmentally friendly cryptocurrencies, the Algorands, the XLMs, the XRPs, right? They are going to shape the new financial system. Temenos, for example, which is a Ripple partner, they're going to extend market reach across the Middle East with NDC Tech distribution deals. So a new update here from Ripple partner Temenos. They're going to expand their partnerships in markets in, specifically here, it's listing these Middle Eastern countries. So Bahrain, Kuwait, Oman, Pakistan, Qatar, Saudi Arabia, and the United Arab Emirates. Financial institutions will benefit from Temenos' world-class banking platform and NDC Tech. NDC is committed to invest and develop regulatory and business-specific localized functionality to enhance these model banks for banks of all sizes. And I did already list these countries here. As part of the agreement, NDC Tech will become a trusted partner for upgrade services in those countries to enable customers to seamlessly upgrade their technology stack and offer them a modernization path to an SaaS model on the Temenos banking cloud. So Temenos has been Ripple enabled for over 5 years now. And, we also know the Middle East is now a large region of the world where Ripple enabled technology is thriving too, right? Ripple has been partnering with these central banks. So this to me sounds like a match made in heaven, just expanding the ecosystem and the ledger capabilities. Want to keep moving, guys. This one from Mike Manfield here, another Ripple partner. This has to do with Airwallex. They're partnering with TripActions for expenses, and they've chosen this partner for their global cross-border payments and FX needs to support TripActions Liquid, its corporate card and expense management solution. So notice here, cross-border payments, the main focus, and FX needs, so transferring currency fiat to fiat with support from Airwallex's global payment and banking infrastructure. TripActions can further streamline travel and expense management experiences for its customers across 130 markets by providing a seamless, cost-efficient way to convert and pay out funds in over 45 currencies. Identifying faster, easier, and safer ways to move and manage money is key for business that wants to grow and scale. At Airwallex, this is exactly the pain point that we are building a solution for. So TripActions is a modern-day all-in-one solution for corporate travel expenses, and we are pleased to be able to support them and their ambition as they look to grow and expand their businesses globally. So this is a segment of the population that had died down for the last couple of years during the beer flu. But business travelers, they are traveling more now in 2022 and likely will continue in 2023. So now we have the technology. Now we're 3 years in the future since then, and DLT technology like RippleNet becoming more prevalent. So why not leverage a Ripple partner, in this case Airwallex, for this type of cross-border payment and FX solution? So interesting news there. Another one here, guys, from Mike Manfield. Ripple partner Paysend, the UK-based fintech with 6 million customers, today announced the launch of a new open banking platform. And they are partnering with Plaid. Through this partnership, Paysend will provide an additional secure solution for its business payments to receive payments, helping to improve their checkout conversion rates, reduce transaction processing fees, and enhance their anti-fraud capabilities. So a lot of this now we're seeing has to do with businesses. I guess too, we're seeing this because more businesses are opening up, and global transactions have obviously been growing since the advent of the internet and Amazon. Now you can buy something in a country hundreds of miles away and get it at your doorstep. So transactions and conversions, this has been a big pain point. Also, the open banking payment initiation partnership will enable merchants to connect with their customers via Plaid and initiate a payment through open banking rails instead of traditional payment methods like cards or direct debits. So open banking through banking rails. And remember what Brad Garlinghouse said, how we needed to lay down the rails, the new rails for payments in order for XRP utility to really kind of thrive. And now, so notice this, how, we're hearing these Ripple-enabled companies saying more of the same. So interesting news here from Paysend, a Ripple partner wanting to make a splash in the open banking world with their partnership with Plaid. Another one here, guys, from Mike Manfield here. This has to do with Rabobank, another Ripple partner. They've just executed a series of real-time Euro commercial paper transactions in a blockchain pilot, the lender said, demonstrates the technology potential to provide borrowers and asset managers with real-time liquidity. So, saving the best for last here. Real-time liquidity, XRP solves for that, and Rabobank, a Ripple client. So the Dutch bank executed 19 transactions, more than 40 million euros in notional value, 1 week maturity, Euro commercial papers in Euro to GBP in a fixed and floating format from the Dutch State Treasury Agency and Rabobank Treasury in the Netherlands, and Erste Bank in Austria to the UK asset manager Northern Trust Asset Management. The transactions were executed, distributed, and settled in under 30 minutes as opposed to the standard 2 business days. So, we know RippleNet can settle in seconds, XRP can settle in seconds because it's so fast, but I always got to remind myself, we might not see these transactions in 3 seconds because there's also that back-end stuff that banks need to do at their ends in order to confirm these transactions. So that entire process now, although it is taking a little longer than 3 seconds, it is still happening relatively quickly compared to how it used to happen in the past. 2 business days is just unacceptable, and now that they can streamline this on the XRP ledger, I'm assuming all the transactions are going to happen on the same ledger, including the payment. And so now, if that is the case, we are seeing that in near real time. The trade economics and settlement instructions were confirmed and matched in real time using a private permissioned ledger-based platform built by Rabobank and integrated into operational flows and legacy front-to-back risk systems. The securities were instantly issued in and settled against fiat cash on Euroclear Bank's infrastructure and harmonized with the issuing and paying agent on their infrastructure, and soon the electric trading venue of TradeWeb. And take a look at this down here. Global head of trading at Rabobank, he says, "We believe the digitization of money markets can enhance liquidity and transparency at a critical time for the asset management industry." This is also going to be important, right? Asset management, liquidity crisis. We're already seeing liquidity drying up. And so companies like Rabobank getting a head start on things. Now, just to kind of put things into perspective here, Mike Manfield did add some more context to this story. And you guys can see this chart down here, right? Just demonstrating where we are seeing the Ripple partnerships. Back in December 2014, Rabobank, ING, and ABN AMRO Bank did in fact partner with Ripple. So areas of interest, faster payments and banking services, their partnership. Rabobank did partner with Ripple Labs all the way back in December of 2014. But we got to remember December 2014, that was a long time ago. Cryptocurrency was still ridiculed by and large by the banking industry. But now that has all changed. And the Cryptic Poet here also just posting this story with regards to Rabobank, highlighting this fact that now they are experiencing real-time liquidity with this new product. Also just bringing up this old tweet, okay, from 2018, the fact that Rabobank did respond to this question here. So just the translation, I guess, from Dutch. The response here was, "Hi, good question. There are still issues that need to be resolved. We are currently investigating a new Ripple product. So much for the information I have." And I believe at this point, if this was 2018, the product they were likely looking into was something along the lines of Xcurrent or Xrapid, which now has transformed to on-demand liquidity. So again, this is very old information, so we don't necessarily know if it is an ODL product. Nevertheless, real-time liquidity, guys, blockchain solutions, and Rabobank, a Ripple partner. All great news here, so wanted to thank Mike Manfield for a bunch of tweets. Also just wanted to quickly show you guys this clip here, okay? This is Julian Ashal. And bringing up his LinkedIn real quickly here, he's a senior banking industry executive who thrives building high-performing teams, eliminating complexity, and bringing strategy to life through operational excellence. Quite a lot of experience working for banks and banking clients in the Middle East. Now, he talks a little bit here about Swift and their GPI and how it was basically Ripple and their latest technology that had to get the ball rolling for all these other companies, and he uses Swift as an example here to really kind of change the way they were conducting business. If I go down here, Real XRP Boy does in fact bring up a link here of some of the key persons in the Arab Banking Corporation. And if I just look up Julian Ashal here, you can see he is the head of operations for that corporation, so a big player in the space. Here's what he said about Ripple and XRP: evidence that Ripple is a threat to Swift, and the lawsuit has in fact allowed Swift's GPI to catch up to what the innovators at Ripple have been working on this entire time.
Because we mustn't forget what's happening in the Swift space. As a result of the sort of competition and the threat they've had from people like Ripple, they've introduced GPI. They're trying to make payments faster as well, so that, you know, the old days of sending a payment and banks sitting on the money for 2 days, that's gone. And we're seeing sterling cross-border payments now hitting our correspondent and their customer accounts in the UK, for example, in 30 minutes from when the instruction is hitting our counters from their ERP system. So there's a lot of things driving the sort of the demand for digital payments, and a lot of benefits to the customers themselves. And as Barry said, as banks, what we first got to do, I think, is we've got to listen and understand what the client's needs are. And we all talk about innovation, but I think we've got to co-innovate with the corporates and understand what their requirements are, because what we're finding is every corporate has some slightly different requirement, and each of those things is meaningful, but it's very difficult for us to necessarily bespoke those for everybody. So talking to all your customers and trying to understand what they want is I think, the first thing.
I'm going to leave it there. The clip is about 2 minutes and 47 seconds long, but I think he sums it up there. Ripple was in the lead, and the incumbent system did not like that. And obviously something needed to be done. Don't take it from me. Take it from the head of operations from the Arab Banking Corporation. And just to cap it off, guys, and maybe a little bit of fun going into the weekend, prior to this, Brad had blown past following 589 people. Since the settlement rumor dropped, he is now back to following 589 people. Is Brad trying to drop us a hint, or is this just a crazy coincidence? So if you take a look at Brad Garlinghouse's Twitter here, yeah, he's following 589. Some people down here saying he's always been following 589 people. Many people are saying that it's been 589 for a while. It's been like this for a long time. Last time I checked about a month ago, it's always been 589 for a while now. It's not recent. So, I mean, that's one thing if he has been following 589 people for a while. But the other thing Mikkel noticed here, to add to the speculation, Brad has also liked tweets in the past relating to him following 589 people. So he has liked tweets, so I think maybe it is a conscious effort. Wrath of Kahneman actually asks a very astute question. Yeah, but is it the same 589 people? He's followed 589 for a long time. Mikkels responds with this: yes, but it changed in the last 3 days. So here's a report, just a Twitter follower gauge of how many people he's following up and down. And as you guys can see throughout the days, it has changed. -1, -1, +1. So what it's looking like here is that Brad Garlinghouse, or whoever is in charge of Brad Garlinghouse's Twitter account, is consciously choosing to follow 589 people. I mean, it could be a huge coincidence, but chances are it likely is not the same 589 people, as a few people here are pointing out. All things that make you go, Brad, care to weigh in? That's just my opinion, but I want to hear what you guys think. Please subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Like the video if you like the content I'm providing. I always love hearing your comments. See you in the next one, guys.